Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy DonDon Gaming back at it with another video. Today's video, we are going to be going over the new silencer set in NBA 2K23 Myteam. Later on, there will be a video going over the new Volume 2 Season 1 cards as well. But in this video specifically, we are going to be going over the new players in packs today. So, let's get into it. So, starting off with our amethyst of the set, with power forward, small forward Robert Horry here. 91 offense, 85 defense, 6'10", 7'1" wingspan. Definitely has house zones pretty much almost everywhere on the floor. That, you know, none of these plays are going to really matter that much because he has house zones everywhere else. But he has 1 bronze, 13 silvers, 5 golds, and 1 Hall of Fame badge. He does have silver bully and silver master, which is very helpful. Shooting badges out, lights out, so he's going to be able to shoot the ball like crazy. Only badge I'll probably say he's probably missing is probably space creator and volume shooter. Playmaking, nothing crazy on him. Definitely would advise you guys to add on quick first step and vice grip just to help him out if y'all play him at that power forward position. Defensive wise, he has some pretty good ones for a big power forward, but nothing too crazy. His stats are looking pretty smexy with it, you know what I'm saying? He has a 93.88 mid-range, pretty mediocre speed with a 78. The same thing goes with his speed with ball and his ball handling. His defense is pretty mad with all 80s and 75 steal, 62 block. Boy does have a 75 driving dunk, which is extremely helpful. He has a Brandon Goodwin lower base Maxwell upper, which is pretty good, I've heard. So he definitely will be a solid card. He can't dribble though, so that's definitely a negative for him. But all around though, Robert Horry is definitely a top tier card in my personal opinion as a power forward, small forward in the game. Moving on to the next card we have up here is going to be Jerry West, Mr. Logo himself. Point guard, shooting guard, 6'2", 6'9" wingspan. Hot zones, everyone on top of the key, all the way into this mid range. Pretty solid finishing badges, definitely needed for on a guard. I definitely would advise you guys if y'all are able to get it. Probably put on fast twitch if y'all do have him play kind of a little bit more inside. Shooting wise though, pretty much he can hold every single badge in the game, which is very nice. Every single playmaking badge that you probably want on him besides really quick first step and maybe vice grip. Defensive wise also, he is very solid. He's probably one of the very many people that have glove and interceptor on him. Most people don't have glove these days, but he is pretty good speed with ball with the 85 and an 85 speed acceleration. 89 3-point, 86 mid-range. Defense is pretty good, honestly. But the problem is that he has a 60 block and a 46 interior, so he's definitely going to get bodied up a lot by big point guards or just in general going to get bodied up. They can't really jump at all. His driving dunk is a 25, which is absolutely unusable, but he can shoot the driving layup, and he has a 91 steal tendency if y'all wanted to know. He does have that Achari. I'm not even going to say his name again. I butcher his name every time, but he does have his release on quick, which I personally like his release on normal, so knowing that's going to be on quick could be very nice. He does have the normal leaner, Jerry West dribble 6. Dribble 6 wise, he's okay, but I don't think he's going to be nothing crazy. But Jerry West, though, is definitely a really solid point guard. I would definitely advise you guys to get Marcus Smart over him. But if y'all do want more of a sharpshooter point guard, if y'all don't need your point guard to dunk, Jerry West is definitely a solid pickup. Moving on to our last amethyst of the set, we have his airness himself, Michael Jordan here. Hosmer's pretty much everywhere in the mid-range, 6'6", 6'11" wingspan. Great finishing badges, only 3 shooting badges, 4 playmaking badges, which is kind of, the obvious ones, you know what I'm saying? Bailout, quick first step, ankle breaker, we all know. And defensive-wise, he's obviously elite. Everything that he has is pretty much in the mid-80s, similar to his Ruby. The only difference is that his block gets a little bit boosted, his interior, not so much. His strength is still pretty low, and as well as that his three-pointer is also still pretty low. His animations are just like the Ruby Michael Jordan, dribble-wise, shooting-wise, exactly the same on him. But Jordan is definitely a really solid 2-guard. He is going to be on that cheaper end of things. He is definitely a very solid pickup for you guys if y'all are still looking for a 2-guard. Moving on to the diamonds of the set, we have Paul Pierce, the truth himself. Hosmer's everywhere from 3, besides from top of the key. Only 1 finishing badge, which is kind of interesting, which is just Acrobat. But he can hold every finishing badge in the game besides Limitless and Bully and Posterizer. A lot of good shooting badges added on to him. Can't hold Limitless and or Agent 3s, but he is a lot. He can definitely shoot the lights out. Playmaking badges, though, he's pretty solid on a little bit of them, but unless he has good dribble 6, neither one of these 3 are going to really matter. Defensive-wise, definitely very lackluster on the defensive end. Can't really hold anything on him, but what he has is definitely not too shabby, but it's definitely not it. Stats-wise, pretty solid, mid-80s on everything besides the block, which is a 65. His steal is a 79, which is pretty much fine. Only 1 off from a steal of 80. 74 interior, 78 vertical, which is okay, but not the greatest. But he's definitely going to be more of a lights-out shooter than anything. Paul Pierce based on normal timing. I personally don't like Paul Pierce based this year, but some people out there might. If y'all do, he's definitely a very solid card. Otherwise, he's not very good. Trae Young, dribble 6, I think are okay. but him having a basic motion style is definitely going to make him move a lot slower than usual. So Paul Pierce, is he worth it? I would say absolutely not. If you guys can pull him out of a free pack or y'all snipe him, he's definitely not a terrible card, but he's also not good at all. So I would definitely advise you guys to avoid him. Moving on to the point guard, shooting guard Baron Davis, 6'3", 6'5", wingspan. Households pretty much everywhere besides from the corners. Great finishing badge with Hall of Fame, Giant Slayer, Limitless, and Posterizer. Doesn't get bullied though, so it's definitely going to be interesting how he will play against guards. Shooting badges are definitely very nice all around. Definitely missing a lot of important ones in my opinion for a point guard, but he is still pretty good. Playmaking badges, pretty much all the important ones that you need, besides maybe vice grip. Defensive wise though, he's definitely going to be there in the lanes with glove, interceptor, pick dodger. Stats wise, pretty much everything's in the 90s. That's really, really important, besides the block, which is a 70, which you could get away with a little bit depending on who you're guarding. But he does have 54 interior, so he's going to get posted up a lot depending about who you put on him. And his strength is 72. But he's definitely going to be that dunking, shooting, basically like a Donovan Mitchell, like I kind of said in my previous video the other day. He does have Lillard base, which I personally like. Normal leaner, pro dribble 6, which is not very it, but his dribble moves, though, are pretty okay. Baron Davis definitely saw a point guard. If y'all did not get Donovan Mitchell, I definitely advise you guys to get Baron Davis. He's probably just like a little bit better, more of an updated Donovan Mitchell if I had to tell you guys. Just because if y'all were to compare them, like it's like they're pretty similar, but it's just like he's just a little bit worse Donovan Mitchell. Like Donovan Mitchell has a better interior, better block, but Baron Davis is a little bit faster and a little bit better. That's it. That's pretty much it. But Donovan Mitchell is better has more strength and is a better shooting. Badge-wise, though, Don Mitchell's a little bit better finisher, depending on what you really want, as well as that he's also a better shooter, but and a little bit better of a playmaker. So I guess I take it back. Maybe he's not like a Don Mitchell, but he's a budget version of a Donovan Mitchell if I had to compare him. So I take it back. Forget what I just said in that whole entire 10 seconds. All right. Moving on. We have Diamond Michael Jordan here, probably a little bit more on the upper price of Michael Jordan cards, but I don't think it's going to be as high up as the Pink Diamond. But same thing as the other Jordan. The only difference is that he gets a 74 three-pointer now, a little bit more in the strength. Interior, I'm pretty sure. Does his interior stay the same? Hold up. Does his interior stay the same compared to his Amethyst? Or is that just me? Yeah, okay, so there's nothing really crazily different between the Diamond and the Amethyst Jordan besides the speed, the lateral quickness, and the driving layup, and the three-pointer. The three-pointer is really where like you're going to notice a big difference compared to everything else. Like the speed's going to matter, but not that much. If you look at the badges, though, he has Hall of Fame Fast Twitch and Acrobat, which are pretty important. He has Silver Clutch Shooter, though. Everything else is pretty much the same. He does get 3 extra badges added on gold compared to silver. So if you guys really are looking for a budget, go with the Amethyst Michael Jordan. But if y'all are able to get the Diamond, you guys can get the Diamond, but it's not going to play that much better besides at the three-point line than the Amethyst one, in my personal opinion. But Jordan, though, is still a very, very great card. Moving on to the small forward, power forward, Jason Tatum. It looks like he deals up with Jaylen Brown. We'll go over that a little bit later. But he is a 6'8", 6'10" wingspan. Hustles pretty much everywhere besides from the top of the key in the right corner. Great finishing badges all around. Shooting badges, he has almost every single one that you pretty much want, besides obviously Limitless, Agent, and Amped. Playmaking badges, though, also a very nice combo of all badges. Just missing, I personally would say put on Diamond or Floor General just to help your team out a little bit. Depending how his dribble sticks go, definitely put on Unpluckable or Vice Grip. Defensive-wise, he's definitely going to be able to clamp up a lot of people, though. It sucks that his glove and his interceptor can't be updated, but all around, though, badge-wise, he's definitely well-built. Everything on him is basically in the mid-80s, which is actually amazing, besides the steal and the block, which is steals to 75, blocks to 72, but everything else is in the mid, if not high 80s, which is pretty solid for a Jason Tatum card. Jason Tatum based on normal time, which is pretty solid. Jason Tatum leaner, which is not very it. PS does have bro dribble sigs, or bro dribble style. Sorry. And Jason Tatum sigs all around. Curry behind the back, though, is definitely going to be a little bit cheesier. But, yeah, Jason Tatum is definitely probably one of the best small forwards in the game. I don't think he is the best compared to Scottie Pippen, but I do think for an auctionable card, I think he is definitely the best small forward in the game. Moving on to the headliner of the set, obviously, Michael Jordan again. He duels with Scottie Pippen. Ooh, that could be a very interesting duel. Let's look at him first. So, looking at him, he looks pretty much the same. Okay, is he exactly the same as the Diamond? He just gets like 3 extra badges. So he gets a +3 better three-pointer, which is not that big of a difference. He gets a little bit better speed with the +3. His strength gets boosted up +7, which is pretty important. His defense, though, is definitely the real big upgrade with 17 interior, +3 perimeter, +6, +4, +3, and way better inside scoring. So comparing the Jordans just stat-wise, the Diamond is definitely a lot better than the diamond, but the diamond is not that much better than the amethyst. Badge wise though, they're pretty much similar. The only difference is that the diamond one has gold bailout, but the pink diamond one that has gold clamp breaker. He also has a Hall of Fame Deadeye, which is very helpful, and is a lot better defensively on him. So depending on how your price range works, if you guys have that bunch of MT, go for the pink diamond 100%. If y'all a little bit on the budgeter end, I would say just go with the amethyst Jordan. But if that three-pointer, if you guys cannot shoot with that 66 three-pointer, then go with the diamond one. But the diamond one's probably the most useless one, just because he's going to be kind of the mid-tier of both the cards. But since the diamond and the amethyst Jordan are not that much different besides the shooting, I would say go with the cheaper option compared to the most expensive kind. But if y'all do have the MT for it, get the pink diamond one. He is elite. But if I had to talk about all these cards in total, I'm going to go with pink diamond Jordan number 1, Jason Tatum number 2. Personally, Baron Davis number 3. Number 4, I'll go with Robert Horry. Number 5, I'll go with Diamond Michael Jordan. Number 6, Jerry West. Number 7, Michael Jordan Amethyst. And number 5, finally, is Paul Pierce. Honestly, until they give Paul Pierce a better jump shot or just make his jump shot actually usable, he's going to be the worst card in almost any set that he's put in, being honest. But that's my opinions on the cards. Like I said, you guys, you get all these cards at your own will. I would personally say go with the amethyst cards first and then kind of work your way up to probably getting Baron Davis, depending on what your point guard is looking like. 2 guards, I already kind of told you guys my opinion on it. And then obviously Jason Tatum is probably one of the best small forwards in the game, probably top 3 in my opinion. But yeah, if y'all did enjoy the video though, leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. And with all that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.